I first met Ryan when I had started coming over to help take care of Amanda, his late wife.
Her mom, Susan, had been helping Amanda out for the better part of, I think, a year at that point. Amanda having ALS and needing a lot of help, and so there's a lot of number of people from church who helped out. And Susan had been asking Joy to come for a few months to help her with Amanda.
She just had a lot of respect and love for the two of them, so I finally started going and got to meet him there. I thought that he looked a lot smaller in real life than I had kind of pictured, because I knew he was in the military, and I always pictured guys as being like over 6 feet and being really burly and muscular, and the way that my mom would describe just how he was with Amanda, just very caring and gentle, it seemed like a contrast to like the physical idea I had of him. So then when I met him and he was my size, I was like, oh. And that was my first thought. He seems a lot smaller.
I don't really remember thinking anything, honestly. It was just everything that was going on with Amanda. It was just nice to have somebody else being able to be there and help out. Other than that, we didn't really talk. It was more or less a relationship with her and Amanda.
So he wasn't looking for anything, and I wasn't looking for anything to happen from it.
I'd say 2 months after the 2 months after Amanda passed was pretty much a big blur and whirlwind for me. And I knew Joy had gotten very close to Amanda.
We'd been like kind of staying in touch and check in on him and see how he's doing. And I felt very protective of him after Amanda passed. It was kind of weird because before we'd never been like super close. I was always there for Amanda, and then after she passed, it kind of switched, and I was like just protective of him. And I felt like we were like kind of grieving, and like I don't think he felt like I was being all sympathetic and all, oh, poor Ryan, but just that like if he told me he was missing her, that he felt like I'd understand.
Joy just kind of sent me a text or an email or something and was like, hey, we should get together. And I think she was probably like the rest of us trying to deal with Amanda passing and just wanting to be around us and just deal with that.
And so I said, hey, we should do this. And he goes, okay, when? So we made a plan to go hang out and just grab a couple drinks.
And so I was like, all right, cool, let's do that. And so I got together. There was a number of people, my siblings, and we decided to go out to the Blind Lemon. And at the last minute, I was literally on my way, and within rapid succession, like 6 people texted me, like, yeah, we're not going to make it. We can't make it. We're not going to be there. This came up.
And he told me when we got there that he'd actually invited a bunch of other people, and everyone just like backed out the last second. So it ended up just being him and me. And I kind of thought it was going to be kind of awkward, and that we'd probably just hang out for an hour or an hour or two, and then be like, okay, I think we're done.
Yeah, it was. I was like, well, this could be weird, but I'm pretty go with the flow, so I was like, all right, whatever, we'll just stay and hang out, and we'll see what happens.
And we ended up talking until the place closed down at 2, and then we went outside and talked for 2 more hours.
I feel like we probably stopped talking and went home at like 4:30 in the morning.
That was the first time where I was kind of like, oh, that felt different. Like it felt a little bit more like a date than what we had, I think, planned on it being.
I think we officially started dating, it was the end of January, and I actually had called her on the phone because I just had been thinking about it for the past 3 days or so.
And we didn't like just jump right into dating. There was like this period where I kind of was noticing that I was having some feelings that were a little bit beyond friendship, and I suspected that maybe he was feeling the same way just because of the way he would act towards me, but there was never any expectation of that happening.
And so I just called her up and was like, hey, you want to be, I don't remember what I said, but it was something kind of like, I don't know, I kind of like you.
It's a lot of fun, but he's the first relationship that I've been in, the first person that I've been with, that I feel like I can be completely me, and he's just cool with it. And even the deeper, kind of uglier parts of me that I don't like to show people because I'm afraid that's when people are gonna be like, no, like I'm done, I'm out. He just rolls with it. Never has acted in any way like he found any part of me repulsive or horrible. I can cry in front of him. I can call him up and be crying and be upset, and he just calms me down, and it's just a really safe place to be. I never thought I would find that.
I think the thing that made me more and more convinced that Joy was somebody that could be my next wife, or somebody that I was going to be more serious with, was just her interaction with Aubrey, and also how patient and understanding she was about Amanda and everything, because it's not like we got divorced. It's not like she, it's just a completely different animal, and it takes a special person to be able to understand all that and be able to deal with it emotionally on their end, but also be able to understand and be able to deal with the emotions that I was having. Joy just makes me feel safe and secure in life. She has helped me to get past a lot of things, but also helped me, realize that life will go on, and life does go on, and it's been a very helped with healing.
The proposal, I knew it was coming because he'd been hinting at it, but I wasn't sure when. But he had made it, I think it was like a week before, he was like, hey, I think you and I should go out to dinner someplace nice, just the two of us, so like put that in your calendar.
I told her, I think a week or so ahead of time, make sure, we're going out, dress nice, we're going someplace nice. And I think at that point she probably thought, hey, it's going to happen that night, so.
So I kind of thought it was going to happen the day that he proposed. So I made sure that I picked out like a really cute outfit and did my hair.
I think the whole day I was like, well, where do you want to go to eat? We could go here or here, it's up to you. What do you want to do?
And I was just like, well, he seems really ambivalent about what we do for dinner, so.
I purposely worked my plans to where I wasn't going to do it at dinner, and I wasn't going to, so I didn't care where we went to dinner.
Like, maybe tonight's not the night, maybe we're just going to hang out and have a good time. So we ended up going to Newport and had dinner at Brio? I can't remember if I think it was Brio, or is it Trio?
We ate down at Brio, the Italian Tuscan place down there in Newport.
I want to say it's Brio, but I don't know if it's something else. Anyways, it was delicious, and we had really good food there. And then he suggested that we let's check out Mount Adams, maybe go around to some different places, get some drinks. And of course we ended up at the Blind Lemon, because that's where we always go when we're in Mount Adams.
And so I think she probably, thought that, oh, well, I guess it's just not gonna happen, and then, but my plan centered around us after dinner and us going down to the Blind Lemon.
And there was like nobody there. And we went and sat down inside for a minute, and then decided to go sit outside.
So I was like, hey, let's go outside, and so we went out to the courtyard, and it was us, some fat guy eating some food, and a guy playing guitar, and that was about it.
And he pulled out his phone and he was like, hey, I've got this video I've been working on, like, I want you to check it out. So
finally I got my nerves down, and I had the video on my phone, and I said, hey, I've been working on this video, and why don't you check it out? And so while she was watching the video, I had like ninja'd the ring out of my pocket and had it in my hand.
So I put the headphones in and started watching this video, and it played Mumford & Sons song Not With Haste, which was kind of our song, and then like the video starts and I see like his hand kind of like going through, and I'm like, okay, what I think this might be. And yeah, and it was a video that he had done, and just had him talking about us and what I meant to him, and then he quoted the lyrics from the song and then talked some more, and at the end of it he pulled out the ring and he was like, will you marry me? Yeah.
Of course she said yes.
Told him I had to think about it for a little bit. I'm just kidding, I said yes.